Asking you to help us end this crime against humanity, which has impacted men, women, children all around the world.
Hi, I'm Wan from Malaysia. My family are targeted individuals. We are victims of cyber torture. And I will not give up. I will fight to the end.
And I'm a victim of organized
We need this to stop.
electronic harassment. And I'm speaking to you on International Targeted Individual Day. I live in the U.S., in Illinois, and I'm a victim of organized
We need this to stop.
electronic harassment, microwave torture.
I've been targeted for 9 years.
24/7.
Please become more aware of this crime and those that the crime is being committed against. We need your support and help in ending this crime.
Hello, my name is Wendy Brown. I'm a targeted individual who is living in New Zealand, but my targeting began in California. I'm an American citizen, and the targeting continues in New Zealand. I'm making this video in remembrance of Targeted Individual Day, our third annual Targeted Individual Day. And I'm asking that every honest-hearted human being open their eyes to a crime.
My name is Jeanette. I am 56 years old and I live in Baltimore, Maryland. I am a victim of covert electronic harassment and torture. I am a targeted individual.
Wishes to hand down.
Why? Because it hurts. I need help. I need you guys to come get me. It's brutally painful. I have a house, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, first floor, second floor, 2 garage, backyard, land, everything. Can't live in my house. My neighbors are shooting direct energy weapons through my house. I hold my heart like this. You know why? Because it hurts. I need help. I need you guys to come get me. Come get me. Oh, Lord, because I think I'm dying. I'm making this video
in an attempt to expose this horrific nightmare.
Hello, I'm making this video to honor the third annual Targeted Individual Day. That's August 29th, 2020. My name is Linda Marie Sharp in Mendocino County, California, United States. I am a targeted person and have been for over 12 years. I am electronically tortured by directed energy weapons.
Hi, my name
Military medical research. I too believe my experience is referred to as no-touch torture, utilizing defense technologies. Jonathan Marino, he basically predicted all this a number of years ago in his book Undue Risk. I'm asking you to help initiate a congressional investigation. We've all come a long way. This is what is needed. We want to have the accounts of this extreme human rights abuse that's going on in our country documented and heard, all of the accounts. We also need what was done during the Clinton administration, which is a major declassification of some of these documents that are hiding what's been going on. I speak for many when I say we've suffered long enough. My personal experience has been 10 years. I've been vilified. I've been ostracized. I've been tortured. I have burns on my body. I'm an American. I have rights. The answer to the question, the big question today, could it happen today? The answer is yes, it is happening today. It is happening for some of us every day. I am begging for you.
Ms. Catherine Nestor.
My name is Catherine Nestor, and I'm from Pennsylvania. This commission has spoken of a long history of abuse of the human research subject. Although no one mentioned MKUltra today, President Clinton recently apologized for this. My young child and I have been used as non-consensual test subjects. We have been subjected to COINTELPRO-like stalking, remote neural monitoring, and electromagnetic torture, resulting in psychological and physical damage. And I won't go into the details of that because I have 4 pages written in here that is very similar to Connie's testimony. Please do not wait 70 years to investigate this. I ask Dr. Amy Gutmann to begin today. There is new work for the Commission for Human Subject Protection on our shores. And please give us a dramatic response, Susan. And please give us a congressional hearing. Thank you.
You mean as far as the Justice Department feeling me?
Well, in terms of your being a victim.
You mean what I'm feeling?
Yeah, explain a little bit to me how you perceive yourself as being.
I have actual photographs of burns on my body. When I went to my doctor, the response was, how do I know you didn't do that to yourself? How do you even address that? I've passed 2 psychological evaluations, not 1 but 2. The one physician said, you're mentally sound as a bell. He said, I don't have any idea what's going on with you. When I go to sleep, when I go to try to sleep, I feel like I'm being lit up like a Christmas tree. I feel every cell in my body just bouncing out of my body. I can't even describe it. I get electric shock of my rectum. I get electric shock of my nose. I've woken up with burns on the end of my tongue. I've had burns on the palms of both of my hands. I vibrate. I can barely hold a piece of paper without quivering. Does that answer your question?
I'm trying to find what's the source of these.
The source are these exotic weapons. They talk about in 2970 that if you would pass it, it might give other communities the courage to do the same thing and show our Defense Department we are not the enemy. We are not to be attacked. We are not terrorists. Most of us are defenseless women. They sent me to the mental ward because they said I did this to myself. Oh, it never hurt me. I have been a victim since 2007. You can't see this. Life has been destroyed in every possible way, and every day has been a struggle for me. I'm very grateful to be before you today.
There are also body movements such as rocking my pelvic area back and forth, repeated rubbing sensations, the sensation of something going up my crotch and in and out, etc. They also often force vaginal discharges and zap my genitals at the same time. These sexual assaults are present throughout the day, every day, and anytime I am awakened at night, every night. They range from mild to extreme, but usually involve daily and nightly continuous assaults for the past 3 years now. When severe, the zaps to the genitals feel as though someone is electrocuting my genitals repeatedly. I also often see highly disturbing pornographic images and videos, including highly disturbing pedophilia type of images, and difficult and an immense battle just to even sit on the toilet to go to the bathroom. Not only because of the bowel and bladder manipulation, but also because of the frequent severe sexual assaults on the genitals, my butt and anus, shaking, vibrating, and rocking my body back and forth, and forced eyeball movements, and phantom touch sensations doing rubbing sensations, etc.
No privacy, like whatsoever. Your social life is ruined because you start to feel like you can't trust anybody, because it seems like somebody just put some kind of spotlight on you, and that everybody is not really conspiring to get you. It's more of trying to drive you crazy. It's more of a psychological and emotional attack than anything. And this is the first time that we've spoken out about it, because I've been seeing a lot of other videos, and I think that it helps to talk about, what's going on, because you may be able to prevent someone else from making the same mistakes that you made. And we made a lot of mistakes. We called the police. There was no help. We left our home. We quit jobs because of it. We've cut friends off because of it. We've cut family members off. So the only way to really get through something like this is to be able to vent and to do as much research as possible. For other people that are experiencing this, that are targeted individuals, I would suggest that you start documenting as much as you can, start videotaping, recording as much as you can, because the thing that promotes this is that you can't prove it, and that these people can stay hidden, and that's why it lasts for so long. You know, I'm seeing people that have been going through it since 2005, and they can't seem to get it to stop. But it's because they make sure you can't pinpoint one person. You know, it's everybody. It's all the time, you know, and so it discredits your character and your state of mind, which, you know, starts to make everybody believe something's wrong with you, you know, and then you start believing something's wrong with you. But it's not you. And you know that it's not you. It's just hard to prove. But don't go get, you know, mental health help. Don't see a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Most of the time, they're involved too. Your police are involved, your firemen, ambulance, you know, people at hospitals, you know, they're all involved.
Really disgruntled and pissed off. Yeah, just shoot, shot in the face. You know, sound like an angry ass old person. You know, then a couple of days later, a female said the same thing. Don't get shot in the face. You know, stupid shit like that. But what I really noticed is, with the Voices Skull, it's a bunch of females. You know, and I'm like, bro, really? You're not a woman. What real woman would stalk another female or sit back and allow this to go on? You really think they think it's nothing wrong with them, basically. You know, they call me retarded.
Or voice to skull. This involves the projection of voices, noises, and music directly into my mind to communicate with me in real time and at the speed of thought. And it also includes the manipulation of thoughts, emotions, and perceptions in the person's mind. Additionally, the targeting is all highly perverted and sexual, as well as just
Okay. As you see in the last video, the humiliation of what these entities, the embarrassment of what's been an issue in the DoD agencies to even intelligence community agencies. It's just kind of humiliating. As target individuals, we are human subject, and these same entities with these horrible issues that you're hearing are utilizing this Department of Defense technology onto us for developing purpose. And the psyops of the way they try to present themselves, it's just so sad. It's pathetic. But right before watching this video, well, now that you watching me, right before that, you just heard what they do to women. We know that target individuals consist of men, women, and children all around the world. But perps, the perps are just humiliated by the reality of what they're part of. They could never make themselves, they can never be the fantasy they wanted to create. You heard the horrible stories. The rapes of these women, the sexual torture of even their children, the consistent destruction of their life just shows what they are. In my case, as a target individual, you just heard one of the women say there's a lot of females involved in this V2K. What kind of woman would be involved in this? Well, I deal with these people. With me, the reason why I have a psyop of a bunch of perps who are contracted entities, contracted civilians. They're contracted civilians, and they're supposed to make it look like this is anything but a massive government running this program. They're supposed to make me believe that, you know, this is how distorted reality is for them. Or they try to create, it's like this like rogue bunch of like femme fatale that get together and, you know, we do this to pay back for avenging. You just heard what just happened, right? You just heard the horrible things they do to women. Now imagine people who are involved in this try to come up to you and just like, no, we're just mad. Now you're gonna pay back, go to hell, gonna send you to hell. Well, they do these things to women. They involved in this program. It's comical. It is comical in ways that you don't understand. Like, it's disturbing and comical at the same time. It's like you want to cry and laugh at the same time. Because you see this trash, you're like, you know what you deserve for being involved in these things, right? You know that, right? You're aware that what you need, what needs to happen to you for being involved in this is just something that I can't even, like, I don't think this earth can offer this. You get this. I understand. The reason why you're doing that is because you're not doing that alone. But you know what you're part of, right? You know what people that do what you do deserve. You know that. You know this level of disturbingness that you're part of is just things that not even in this level of, is beyond, there's nothing punishable on this earth that can just punish this level of disturbingness. And on top of that, the cowardness and everything, oof, this is just like another level. Like, this is just out of body kind of, like, this is not, there's nothing on this earth, there's no torture or anything that can just compensate for what you're part of. The cowardness, the foulness of it all is just so much combination. It's like if you do horrible things and you do it in a way that's not even cowardly, at least, right? You do horrible thing. You're torturing somebody, and the person look at you in your face. It's horrible. This person's going to get theirs, right? The time will come for sure, and they'll know exactly, right? They'll know exactly. You know, I'm doing this horrible thing. This shit's gonna come back to me. You know, like it's less cowardly than somebody who can do the same horrible things, but doing it remotely, hiding this. And they say, oh, and their job is to truly, that's what they're supposed to be doing. Because this technology has this luxury to do things remotely. That's why they are experimenting on us. Not experimenting, but developing this technology onto us. It's because it's that sophisticated. It doesn't take the bravest, smartest individual to do what they do. Pure cowardness is fine here. It's perfect. It's actually something that I think that it's appreciated very much. So for me, I'm just thankful that I didn't fall into that easy way of doing these horrible things. I'm just thankful for that. It's just, the cowardness is just horrible. I mean, we'll talk about the foulest thing. I mean, these people cause mass shootings. They torture children. You heard infants being tortured, 3-year-old. You just heard my last videos. The babies. I mean, you can't just, sexual torture on 7-year-old. It's just foul. But like I said, it's very easy to do the horrible things they do because, one, it's done remotely. Two, is the government. It's governmental entities running this program. So they feel in their mind, they trick their mind, oh, if the government is that means that's okay, you know. 3, they're not doing this alone. This is a vast, vast group of people all over. It's a global network. You know, they contract thousands of people. So this, you know, it's like it takes away a little bit from what they, in their mind, it takes away from, you know, they think by themselves they could do it. This is cowardness on the level that you don't understand. So these people that believe they're normal can do this to a child and not even think there's anything special about it. You know, they found a way to distance themselves, trick themselves, but they're not doing that alone. So it's easy. It's easy to do horrible things when you have thousands of people with you. That's what they can do, that they're very much capable. These people doing this thing to me are very much capable of doing that to women and their children. They can find ways to easily cope with that. And they have. You heard the testimony. You know, when I see these perps doing these things to me, I know they're doing that to other people. Some of them have done it more than others, but I understand there's no individual who is just responsible for this. It's entities responsible for this. Some of these people doing this thing to me have done it to many other people. Some of them doing this thing to me have never done it to anybody else. Do I think that one of them is different than that? No. This is the entity doing this thing to me. Now, every once in a while, when I see this trash involving themselves in this, I can lose the focus of like, oh, this is just a nothing. He's just a nobody in this thing. If tomorrow somebody killed this person, it's not going to stop me. If she has a heart attack tomorrow, nothing's going to... It's just trash. So for me as a target individual is to always remember that. But they want to escape from that because you just heard of the horrible things they do to women. Raping them and torturing them, systematically destroying their life. This is the reality of what they're part of. They try to escape reality and distort reality. How the fuck are you gonna do that? So I'm hearing this trash. They're using these kids here, right? Of course, to normalize what they do. They include children. Some of these women to talk about how shocked they are when they see how young these people are involved. Some of them literally call out this young broad or some just. Or others are saying literally like they use these kids, teenagers. This woman said that. So they have these people already early on involved in this thing. So imagine when they grow up, what they. So for me, it's the same thing. There's nothing unique to me. Nothing. No, there is not a single torture or like psyop that is unique to me. Everything has been said by others. But others who are women. In every ways. Some saying this young people involved just disturbed, like I'm shocked by how young they are. Others literally just teenagers. Like kids involved, everything. In every way, it's been in my head. In every way, I've been validated. It's just scary. And one woman said it perfectly. It's surreal to hear how systematic things are, even in the way they present themselves. I mean, I'm hearing testimonial of somebody in 2007. This is not over what? It's over 10 years. It's what, 40? How many? Like 17? It's like 16 years. Her testimonial is so exactly like mine, in the sense that she's even saying, "Oh, there's these people. They're this purpose. They're trying to present themselves as this like organizations of goodness, like a good group of people who are trying to protect the community, and there's something like that facade of like they have like an interest in protecting the community. This is like 16 years ago. This is the shit. They have the same, but me, it's the 2023 version of it. Like it's just like that kind of progressive, woke like 2023 version of that. Presenting themselves as some like we're just avenging or protect. It's just, these things are just the same tactics, but in different like generations. It's scary and surreal. But today, you hear the TI Day, I mean it myself. This is destroying men, women, and children all around the world. What you hear next? Men and women, you hear women from all around the world. From Malaysia to New Zealand to China to Japan, Korea. Women. Some getting burned, raped, and all that. So, you understand that this is what they're part of. You know what they do to women. They destroy them. Literally, there's a woman saying, my life has been destroyed in every way. It's just beyond. So, for me, now I have the same purpose that do these horrible things, right? And they use these kids, like the target individual I'm dealing with. One literally was saying, it's funny, in one interview, he thought that the person involved in, responsible of what's happening to him was a 14-year-old next-door Xbox player. They have these tactics of utilizing childlike individuals. So for me, they tell me how they're going to frame me. Now, my phone is completely hacked. It's beyond hacked. I mean, they can do whatever they can. I mean, if they can hack your brain as a target individual. If your brain can be hacked, your devices is just another level. They can do so much. And so, I don't know, this is now, based on what they're saying, via V2K. So I'm a target individual who don't want to get gang stalking, but at this point, gang stalking is just like, gang stalking doesn't mean anything when you get like synthetic therapy and V2K. Gang stalking is just like, it's just like, because you get to another level of disturbingness. But gang stalking was very much early, before V2K and synthetic therapy. Gang stalking was really much impactful until you get to the level of synthetic telepathy and V2K. When that stuff started, gang stalking was just nothing. It's just like, it just doesn't faze you. You just hate this synthetic telepathy because the way you are forced to get these reactions. When they start manipulating your brain in these nasty ways to break you down. Gang stalking is just like, I wish I could go back to the days where that was the real issue, the issue I had. Because the synthetic telepathy is the disturbing thing that just breaks you down in ways that just disturbing. They really try to break your self-image. So it's just like, you just gotta be strong. Don't ever, it's just disgusting. But I have this next door perps. It sounds like the next door. I don't know if they're actual next door. They tell me how they're gonna frame me, right? And they use this, they hype up this child like trash. It's so pathetic. It's just the weakest low lifeness. It's just so sad. And in their minds, like, no, we're gonna send you to hell. We're gonna frame you. We're young. We're 13 years old. And I'm like, well, I don't care how old you are. What are you talking to me about your age? I don't even want you to talk to me at all. But the reason why she's saying that is apparently they're gonna frame me that I did something with this kid who says that she's 13 years old or whatever age they say they are. And I did something to her. I don't know what there's three versions of how they say they're gonna frame me. They're gonna say that they're gonna come up with set up something with some kids and say that I did something to a child and somehow do something. 2, implant child porn, which you just heard in my last video. Child porn in these agencies is a true problem, a true nasty problem that's been ongoing for years in those entities, both intelligence community and DoD agencies. Big problem, big. So big that they were ranked the 19th out of 3,000. If you go search for 19 out of 3,000, you know what I mean. 19 out of 3,000 of peer-to-peer child porn sharing network. 19th. That's how nasty. That is an ongoing issue that's been happening for years over there. Big problem. Big. And so they said they're going to implant child porn, and they try to sound fierce when they say that too. It's like, we're going dare to implant child porn. It's like, dare? What? It's like literally like you got archives of that shit. You guys are some of the top ranks with child porn. Ask your peers, ask your colleagues. It seems like you have plenty of that. Trash ass. And then another thing is like they implant drugs or guns or whatever. I was like, okay. Some disturbing things. Now, it sounds like they're going to try to do something about either the child porn implantation or frame me in the sense that going to say something, I did something to a child. And you hear this child like shit. It's like, I dared, I lied for this, I lied to make you pay for what you did. I'm like, trash. You lie for this. You just heard the videos. You lie for those entities that do this. Welcome to the club. You're part of this. You lie for to help out this entity that's killing and destroying women all around the world. You dumbass. Your life is just completely. You sold your soul to pedophiles. You lie for your pedos. You lie for those entities destroying and killing women all around the world. You don't lie for. She's like, and the reason what she's trying to say is like, she's trying to present like as if she's doing it for this. They say they're doing it for this woman called Courtney. I'm making that name up. And they're like, no, but you remember you lie. You say you did this instead of that. I was like, and you just heard the testimonials of what they do to women, right? The rapes and the torture, the destruction of their life. They're killing them. It's like, no, but you lie. You said that you use this instead of. You are killing women all around the world, you trash ass. This is what you lie for. And I'm so thankful that I didn't live life doing what you do. I'm not perfect, but man, I'm just thankful that I'm not in a program where you destroy lives of women and children and cause mass shooting and do all this nastiness, and you work for pedophiles. And then try to present yourself as some fierce femme fatale. You can't even say the name of a pedophile, like Roy Moore. That's what you're lying for. You opportunist trash. Don't say the name of Courtney. You're doing it for her when you're out here killing women. The delusional trash. Don't put her name that you're doing it for in a program where you're literally destroying the life of women and children. Trash. Coming up with storylines and delusionality of stories. No. You know, they even put a child, like made it sound like now they have a child. Like, they have no shame of what kind of storyline they can create. They have no shame. They literally said, now you have a child. He's 8 years old. And then the one that, no, she had an abortion. She didn't have the child. And then other stories, like, what? They have no shame. These people doing these horrible things to women. I'm not going to let you live your fantasy. You don't care about Courtney. You will destroy her. Like one of these women that you've been destroying. Frying and raping until they kill themselves. Delusional trash. And then when I bring the reality of what these people do, they're like, oh, they're going to rape you when they frame you. I'd rather get framed and raped every day of my life than be involved in a program that raped and torture women like that. Torturing them till they kill themselves. Destroying their life. No one needs that. I mean, even sexual torture is not the only thing. That's just a part of every other, of other disturbing things they do to them. Delusional trash. Can you imagine being in a program where you literally are destroying and killing women on a daily basis, and then be like, oh, I'm doing for this, get him. For Courtney, I'm like, you know this list of thousands, maybe millions of women in the program where you are here working for, being destroyed, raped, fried, end up killing themselves. How many already killed themselves? Disgusting trash. They have no shame. And then you hear them, that Putin have a bastard. Shut the fuck up, nasty low life. That's the life that you need to live. And then they tell me how they're gonna frame me. You know, today I just ate, like, I don't know if they poisoned my food. I don't think they poisoned my food. I don't know when it comes to this. I don't know all the capabilities of what they can do. I know what I know for sure is the manipulation of my thoughts, my reaction, stimulation. I know they can control me, make me think of like, okay, go drink a water, go drink, like these small things they can. But I don't know the extent of how far they can control and manipulate me. They make me think. So today I ordered some food, I ate. Now my digestive organs are not working the best. Immediately I start feeling weird. And I'm like, I don't know if it's because my body it takes so much to digest food that my body shut down. And so I immediately had to go to sleep. And I woke up 2-3 hours later. I wake up and I was trying to upload this video that you see now. And I see like something is off. I was like, oh, I don't know if maybe my phone is full, so it's not gonna be up. It can't do all that. So I'm like, I don't know, but I know they also manipulate my phone very much so. My phone is so hacked. It's just, and they make me think, oh, you know what we did? We're sending, because they have control of my phone. They're sending messages, texts with this childlike individual, and I'm not aware of that. They are having conversations via my phone, and they make it look like I'm having interaction with this child, but I'm not saying that because it's being done because my phone is hacked, and when I'm looking at my messages, I can't say anything because they delete the things they send each other, right? Then they go further like that. They're very much capable of doing. I'm sure they can do that. If they can hack your brain, they can hack your phone, and they can be full interaction right now, messaging back and forth with somebody I don't know. I'm not aware this being messaged. So that's for sure they can do that in a hard. Like this is so. I know like all my devices they can. They can even probably set up calls and they can mimic my voice and create, all of that they can do. It's easy. This is things that can be done in the mainstream world. So imagine governmental entities that can like literally hack your brain, what they can do to devices and how they can make you have them have conversations with you, not even aware that this conversation happening with your phone number included. So I'm like, listen, do your thing. I just look forward to see this trash, because that's what I call these childlike individuals that talk about framing. I was like, dude, yeah, do your thing, because you just heard what they do to women, right? This is what she's part of. You just heard how did they torture them in horrible ways. You just heard sexual torture of ways that a woman can't even use the restroom because she said her rectum area is being like vibrating and they're destroying her, discharges and disgusting things. So I know what they do. They are here trying to counter everything I'm saying because they want to still make me believe that there's some kind of femme fatale. You're a femme trash who torture women. Another thing they're saying is, as I'm sleeping, apparently they're making me think that they have the ability to control me to the point where they can make me get up, get out of the apartment, and walk in the hallways or something like that. Now, I don't know if it's true because obviously I'm sleeping. I'm like not conscious, but they can control me when I'm unconscious to make me do things. I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true, but I don't know that to be true. I don't know that level of capability. When I'm unconscious, can they make me do things, make me walk around and do things, open the door, like I don't, and me just never remember any of that. I don't know. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't know. But I do have a surveillance camera, and I was looking at my surveillance camera, and I tried to see, like, before I went to sleep, and there's one part of my camera that's cut off. They jam my camera all the time. And I don't see me turning off the lights before I go to bed. It's like that part is cut off. So they jam my phone whenever they want. They not jam my phone, but jam my camera whenever they want. So this portion of the videos I don't see. So I don't know what's going on, right? And so I'm like, if that's true, well, it's none of my business. It's my body, but like if I'm unconscious and you guys are manipulating me to do these things, do your thing. We'll see each other when it's time. But please understand, I'll see you for what you are. You guys are the cowards, low life involved in a program that torture even infants. What do you mean? You're trash. Your job is to do horrible things to even babies. And they're like, they're gonna rape your asshole, they're gonna do this, and that's like, I'd rather get my body tortured, cut in pieces than be involved in what you just heard. This is life of cowardice and bottom feeders working for governmental entities filled with pedophiles. I'd rather hurt than do what you just heard or involve themselves in a program that can do these things. You heard these testimonies. Those are things that you hear in third world countries, like war crime type of, and they want me to look at them like they're just a fierce femme fatale. You're gonna hurry, pay for Courtney. You lied. What? Oh, there's another one called Britney. Her is just so bad because I even talked to her. I'm literally, how's life? How's everything? It's like, my life, I'm living okay, living my best life. Okay. I'm listening to this testimony of this woman saying how their life is destroyed systematically. Destroyed. And it's like, oh, bad, huh? I was like, trash. You're bad that you're involved in a program that does these horrible things to women? Please understand, I see you for what you are. You have blood of women and children on your hands, you piece of shit. So sell these children to these pedophiles and see how you're going to be properly reimbursed for it. To all my target individuals, Find yourself dignified. This nose campaign is supposed to break you down. I feel dignified. Thank you, God. Thank you that I didn't have to live life where I sell my soul to pay those. You just heard the issue, 19th out of 3,000. What they do to women, nasty. Largest mass shooting this year, October 25th. Guess what? 18 dead. Largest, the number 10th ever in the United States. Here's a Target individual that they pushed him to kill 18. The type of shit they have on their conscience is things that this earth cannot even punish them for. I'm saying that there's nothing that can just like, there's no ways to be reimbursed on this. Like, what needs to happen to them? I don't even know if it exists yet. The coward, even, it's not even just the act of what they do, but the level of cowardness of what they do when they do the horrible things they do it's just beyond. And the psyop and the way they try to cover is just so disturbing. This is a level of extreme cowardness on top of extreme disturbing things they do to women and children. On top of the extreme the deceptions. It's just like, oh my gosh. But it's done at an extreme ease at the same time. So for me, thank you, God. Whatever is awaiting for me, I'm not scared at this moment. I'm sure I'll be scared when the moment comes. But right now, my feeling is dignity. And when I hear this bottom feeder, who listen how cowardly they are. When they interact with me via V2K, of course, they make themselves sound, oh, I'm scared. It's like, yo, you want me to scare you? I can say Roy Moore. You'll be sweating bullets. Let me repeat that. I can say Roy Moore. This person said that while I'm saying, so I can hear them say it. I can say Roy Moore. They would be nervous. When they say that to me, they have to time it to say what I'm saying so it's not clear that it's being said. And they say that in the voice, Roy Moore, and saying it at the same time I'm saying it to make it sound like there's this courageous, fearless people. When they're cowards that can't even say Roy Moore because they are restricted to say that. And when I've said that in their faces, they have been terrified. I don't know what kind of restriction they've said to them. I've seen this person with the almost fierceness, and then me saying those two words and losing her mind. But via V2K, with the right time, they can say it while I'm not hearing it. These people are the cowards and low-life frauds that you can imagine. Thank you, God. So to all my target individual, find yourself dignified. These clowns are just clowns and frauds. If at any points, I'm quick to remind them how cowardly they are. You know, once I made pretending to be on the call with Roy Moore. This person in front of me started walking away. She got so nervous. This fierceness disappeared. So to all my target individual, you heard what they do to women. You heard what they do to children. They talk about how they busted me because they're gonna frame me. Frame. But trust, you are trapped. Please, be fierce really quickly and say Roy Moore. Exactly. You know what they say via V2K? They'll fist you. I'd rather get fisted than be a coward of life who can't even say the name of a man who used to pick up kids as young as 14 years old. Stay strong.